It's MzzWaters, and you're watching Elite ATL Live. I'm here with my sissy, Deshauna Mims, also known as Auntie Juiccyyy.
Yes, I am here tonight. Just to keep it real with y'all, we're going to put some knowledge on y'all heads and fill y'all in on some of the substance that comes with this woman, Auntie Juiccyyy.
Now, Auntie Juiccyyy is very, very knowledgeable, honey. And let me tell you, she is an entrepreneur, a serial entrepreneur. Okay, tell me about Fresh Blends, Auntie Juiccyyy.
Okay, so Fresh Blends, we've been in business for about 10 years, registered as a business for about 8 years now. So this business started on accident, for real.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it started on
happened?
accident. So I was diagnosed with cervical cancer.
Oh no.
And I didn't tell anybody about it. I didn't tell my family. I didn't tell my friends. I didn't tell anybody because I didn't want people to have that sympathy for me. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like sometimes sympathy can make you weak. You know what I'm saying? It makes you be like, oh no, this is happening to me. What am I going to do? And you freak out. Well, I just chose to take advantage of, take control of my life rather, and start blending. So I started with this little like janky blender. It was probably like not a ninja. It wasn't a ninja yet. It was something else. And I started blending stuff like, concoctions. I just started literally making concoctions. Like I would read each night about different nutrients and different foods that you put into your body that will help your cells change to healthy cells when they were already like bad cells. And so it was really like 1 + 1 = 2 for me.
Right.
And so I just began to do that. And first it was like all lumpy and clumpy and a lot of pulp. And I was just like, I don't know if I could do this. And then eventually I got a Vitamix. After about 3 or 4 different types of blenders, I got a Vitamix. And the Vitamix blended it all the way smooth for me.
Perfect.
And it made it easy for me to drink. And so at the time I was in school for my esthetician license. And so I would go to school with this mason jar with this green drink. And I would be drinking, and everybody, everywhere I went, what are you drinking? What are you drinking? What is that? And I'm like, oh, it's a smoothie. And I'm like, it just has all the nutrients and minerals that I need to get in my body. And I literally went like vegan. Well, first I did like chicken, fish, and turkey. And then I went straight fish, pescatarian. And then I went vegan. So as you can imagine, I lost quite a bit of weight. And through that, I was able to cure my body. I didn't do any chemo. I didn't do any radiation.
Wow.
Anything. I kept telling doctors no.
That's
even when they
deal.
were, oh, you could just take this chemo pill. We got new versions. I didn't care what they had. I knew it wasn't something that was going to help me. And I refused to let my children see me go through the long suffering of those chemicals in my body. And so I just took control of it. And Lord behold, I always loved to cook. As a little girl, we used to have to do it as a chore. And so, Lord behold, the business turned from just juices, healthy juices, to flavored frozen lemonades, to all different types of smoothies, to, giving somebody, a smoothie with turmeric for inflammation, giving somebody a smoothie with beets to help their blood pressure drop down.
Wow.
And just learning and get more and more knowledge. And it turns into a business. And I started doing I cooked out of my house to start. And then I went to my church and started cooking out of my church. And I'm talking about cars will be lined up all up and down the street to get this food, to get these smoothies. And often my meals will be complemented with a signature drink that I will make. So if you bought a meal, you automatically got a drink. You know what I'm saying? And so that turned into, I was basically referenced to a local coffee shop owner by the name of Robert Cox in Kokomo, Indiana. That's where my business originated. And he asked me to come in and let him and some of his staff sample some of my product. And they sampled it. And maybe within the next couple of days, he went and bought 2 deep freezers, purchased tons of drinks from me, and then made it so that the locals could come to his coffee shop and purchase my drinks. So I had a signature blends. That's when I introduced signature blends. I had 5 or 6 different flavors. And that's how my business really started to go. And then that man, he actually purchased my EIN number for me, did all my state paperwork for me, and called me and said, you are now an official business.
Yes.
And so that's how that happened.
What's your most popular signature drink?
So green blends. Actually, I know people think green but
no, I believe it. I know the power of a Vitamix and of good nutrients for your body. What's in it?
So it's a complexity of fruits and vegetables. We have you have your cucumber in there, you have lemon, you have green apple, you have celery, you have kale and spinach, matcha green tea powder,
energy.
You have, did I say? Yeah, you have ginger. It's like the drink with the most ingredients in it. It's pineapple in there. It's banana in there.
Oh, that sounds good.
You could do it with the apple juice base, a coconut water base, or, if you wanted to do like an almond milk base, you could do that too.
Okay.
But the general drink, the signature drink, all my drinks are made with the 100% apple juice base. And that's because apple juice, I've come to find, it folds all those different flavors in, and it helps it like just taste better. The overall taste, it makes it like palatable for people, because sometimes kale can be strong, sometimes beets can be strong, and see, I'm not a beet eater at all. Like, I think beets taste like dirt, like,
I've tried to juice a beet, and I swear it's no matter how much you scrape it, it's not the dirt don't want to come off.
Yeah, I mean it.
For real.
I mean it. So I have never liked beets, not even the smell of them. You understand what I'm saying? But I make a beet drink, and it is guaranteed to help your blood pressure lower itself. I also do a gallon of a beet juice, and you take a cup in the morning and the night, and it's guaranteed to help reduce along with better eating habits. You can't just eat fried chicken and drink the juice and think that your blood pressure's gonna go down. No.
Right.
So you do have to apply yourself with a couple other elements. With that, in addition, it helps to tremendously drop your blood pressure, because we don't need that amlodipine in our system. We don't need those chemicals in our system. We need to utilize fresh veggies and fruit, oils, nuts, minerals in our bodies to cure anything that our body may come against or be diagnosed with. Can be cured. Ooh. It will take consistency, but you will have to be diligent about what you do. But it is possible to be done, because I did it for me, and I didn't even know what I was doing. I literally was just trying something and being consistent with it. Yes, and it turned my life around. Yes. You know what I'm saying? I never had to go through the stages of losing all my hair, or my nails turning black, or being extra weak, or the pigmentation of my skin changing because of those chemicals of killing the cancer, but everything else in me as well. You see what I'm saying? So I'm here to tell people, like, you can do whatever you want to do in this life. It's up to you to make the choice and the decision to do that. And you have to stand on it. And sometimes you have to let the rest of the world fall to the wayside to take care of yourself, because self-care and self-love is the most important thing that you could do for yourself before you can be good for anybody else, your mate, your children, your family, your friends, anything. You have to make sure you take care of yourself, and even in all of that, like, now I do eat regular food and things like that, but I'm back on actually the 15th of this month, which is next Monday. Okay. I will be going back to fruits and veggies, and I will have 5 days on and 2 days off. Meaning for 5 days I'll eat clean, and for 2 days I can have whatever I want.
You gonna walk us through your journey?
Yes, I'm gonna walk you guys through my journey, and I'm gonna do it because guess what? 40 Fine is coming up, baby. I turned 40 October 25th, and I gotta be snatched or snatcher, if that was a word. Okay.
If it gets more snatched, then that's what it is.
Absolutely. And so, Fresh Blends changed my life. I never ever thought that me just blending a drink would turn into a business. I was never even looking to have a food business, even though I had a passion for food. And so it turned into me just cooking all type of foods rather. So I do everything from fresh and savory foods. So I do a lot of jarred items, like your chicken salads. I do a savory chicken salad. I do a tuna salad. I do salads. I do fresh fruit cups. I do banana pudding jars. I do lamb chops and dressing and greens and baked macaroni and cheese, and everything is fresh. It's fresh blends. It's fresh blends, so my ingredients have to be fresh. Like, so even if I did like a taco bar, I'm literally washing the romaine lettuce, because we don't do iceberg. We do romaine because it's full of nutrients. And so we literally wash that really good, and we hand shred it for your taco bar. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we do that. And my taco bars, when I do them, I always provide black beans as a source of protein, because some people do not eat meat, and I'm always aware that there are dietary restrictions for people. There's keto, there's Presbyterian. That's a church religion. We're not talking about that. There is pescatarian, vegan,
Right.
vegetarian, because that's not the same thing.
Right.
And so like keto or gluten-free and all those different things, you always want to make sure that you have something for everybody to eat when you are providing a catering type of deal. And so I'm big on that. And now I'm getting ready to practice what I preach. I'm getting ready to apply myself, to discipline myself, to get back on board with my own plan. Because as you guys know, like, life will life. And so we get off track. And we're human beings. We love to eat. I love to eat. I love to taste all types of food. I'm not even gonna lie to you. The only thing I can't eat is shrimp. And I still will.
Baltimore, love me some seafood now.
I can eat seafood.
But
I can
not
eat oysters, crabs, lobster, crawfish. I can eat all that.
Shrimp?
I think it's the iodine. You know, shrimp has iodine in it.
Absolutely.
And so, like, I have tried to eat it. Like, I will, even after I know that it makes me sick, I will still like try to fry it, eat it. Yeah. So I can have anything with it in it, but I just can't eat it itself and digest it. It makes my stomach feel like two cranes of metal or like grinding. That's why I'll be like bent over.
Could be the iodine.
Yeah, until I get it out of my system. And then once I get it out of my system, then typically I'm okay after that. But yeah, Fresh Blends, it's just been a wonderful business. It changed my life forever. It has done miraculous things for me. And I know a ton of other people's lives I've changed. I've helped people lose, hundreds of pounds. I've helped people lose, get off of medications that they were on. And, I recently moved here to Georgia about 2.5 years ago. And when I moved here in hopes of taking my business to the next level. I took a leap of faith. I closed my storefronts in Indiana.
Wow.
And even a lot of people in Kokomo were devastated that I had closed my business and left like that. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of them were dependent on the products and stuff that I had. And so I did it for a leap of faith because overall it saved my life. But my whole objective at now is to build a legacy for my children.
Absolutely.
Build a legacy for them to let them know you don't have to let somebody tell you how much your time is worth per hour. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't work every job you could think of. I didn't tassel corn.
You're a jack of all trades. You told me that you are an esthetician, hairstylist, you prepare food and blend juices and so much more. You're an actress. What else did I know?
Modeling is something that's just started to come into my life, which I've always been my own model. Like, I've always been my own model. I didn't need, the cameras or, the filming to happen for me. It just fell into my lap as an opportunity. And I'm the type of person where you take opportunities. You take leaps of faith. You try new things. Never be complacent. Never be scared to try something new. You don't know what avenue or how that can bless your body, how that can bless your gain. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and all that.
That's why you're my people, because you're not scared to take that leap. You're an entrepreneur in here. It's not. It's not on you. It's in you.
Yeah, it's in you. You have to be able to know, hey, try it. If it don't kill you, it's gonna make you stronger. So just go for it. It may not be that next avenue, but it might be. And if you don't take it, you'll never know. So don't sit on the unknowns. It's life. You have 24 hours in a day. Apply yourself to try new things.
Yes.
Get uncomfortable. It was uncomfortable for me to make that move from Indiana to Georgia.
I bet.
You know what I'm saying? And when I came here, a lot of my family, we all kind of moved together in hopes of building my business better. But unfortunately, things didn't work out like that. And so here I am in Georgia, an entrepreneur, no hourly job. Nobody knows me. Nobody knows what products I have. And so I had to make a decision or a choice. So in my mind, I was like, well, what am I going to do? Oh, you know what? I'm either going to go to a call center or I'm going to go to a waitressing. It's easy for me to get a job. There's never been a job that I've interviewed for that I've never got.
Right.
Mind you, I said I've worked plenty of jobs.
Absolutely.
So I done did everything from the cornfield. Y'all don't know about that.
I don't
See,
know
Indiana
about that.
is corn.
Okay.
We have a lot of corn in our field, so we would go through on this tractor and we would literally task corn. It's a dirty job.
Oh, wow.
You have bugs and stuff on you. We used to strip at the door when we come home and go. I mean, I used to do it when I started when I was 15 years old. And that was the way that we made money to get our school closed for the year.
Right.
So
okay.
yeah, so it was quite the hustle.
Mm-hmm.
And I did it, and
Been a hustler.
yeah, been a hustler from the gate. And so then, of course, I had the fast food jobs. I worked at McDonald's, I don't know, like 6 times because I kept quitting. Because like I felt like they wanted you to scrub the floors with toothbrushes, and I was like, I don't have to do this, and I would quit.
Not doing.
And then I would come back.
Oh no, right?
Like, can I get my job back?
Need to check.
And so I did that, and then I've done everything in corporate America. I've worked at the corporate office of Finish Line.
Oh.
So my oldest is now 18, but when he was just a baby, he had all the J's because we had all the releases before it was released to the to everybody else. And I did that. I've worked at AT&T, corporate office at AT&T. I've worked at Subaru, the factory. I worked at GM, the factory, Chrysler, the factory. I worked at all them factories because, see, back home up north, Midwest, factories was like the way you build your lifestyle. Like, that's what a lot of people depend on, that factory job. So when you get the factory job, it was like you got something. You know what I'm saying? But I was never content with the factory. I felt like I was in jail when I went in the factory in that gate. And I just feel like that's just not finna be the end all be all for me. And so I'm the type of person, I rode my
purpose.
Yeah, like I had I did learn how to drive a forklift. And I remember the day that I finally quit. Subaru, I passed out on the job.
Oh my God.
Yeah, because we was building like 200 car doors, like very fast. Like Subaru didn't play. They're owned, I think, by Japanese, so they don't play. They are they want what they want. And so I passed out on the job. I never went back.
Jeez Louise.
And then Chrysler, I don't know what happened there. Before I could get my 90 days to become permanent, they did this thing where, they have to weed out a certain amount of people because the contracts were coming up and stuff like that. And so, like, they gave me the days off to go for vacation, but then they tried to, like, give me marks on the days, too, type of thing, attendance marks. And so I was just like, well, forget it. And so that was done. And then
forget it.
GM, I actually drove my fork truck up to the HR.
Oh, what? Not the forklift.
Yep, as a temp. And I said, I'd like to give my 2 weeks. I knew what I was doing.
Right.
And they're like, oh, well, you're a temp, so we don't take 2-week notices from temps. Oh, but you'll have us come in here and work like slaves like everybody else and not give us the benefits of none of the things that everybody else is getting. You know what I'm saying? And so I walked out there. I felt like I was in peace because I had actually took a break from school, from aesthetics, to work at the factory. So I went back to school, finished my school, got my license. That's something that I have with me today.
Okay.
Just actually renewed them because it's every 4 years that you have to renew your licenses. And so even though I may not utilize it every day, I did it. And that actually provided the income for my first storefront for Fresh Blends. I didn't use any credit. I didn't take any loans out. I opened my first business by way of Robert Cox, the same man that bought the deep freezers and helped me.
Right.
He called me like right after I had my last child, and he was maybe a couple months old, and he was like, are you ready for your first storefront? And I was like, no, I can't do that. I don't know how to do this. And he's like, Deshawna, you have more customers than I ever had before I ever opened a coffee shop. He's like, you can do it. And he was like, I worked it out with the building people for you that you have 6 months free. They gave me 6 months. They gave me 6 months free to build out my building and create the environment for what I felt Fresh Blends would be. And so I literally went in that building and I prayed. Oh my God. And I asked God to show me what Fresh Blends was supposed to be, how it was supposed to look, how it was going to bring the people in, and, what the environment atmosphere would be like. And from there, like, it just took off. And,
oh my God.
It took off. And I have a girl, her name is Emily Matthews, which I'll never forget her, because when I do open my first storefront here in Georgia, I'm going to fly her here so that she can do the artwork on my walls.
Oh my gosh, she did an amazing job.
Yeah, she did an amazing job. And so, like, I don't know, my story is just, it's brilliant. It's life-changing. There's so many different things to it. But Fresh Blends is more than just a store that supplies food items. Fresh Blends is a spiritual healing.
Ooh.
Fresh Blends is a mental mindset of food. It's fresh. So when we think about fresh and the word of what it means is, it's exhilarating, it's renewed, it's rejuvenation, it's food for the soul. It's something that you need, and
it's nourishment.
So it's nourishment. Absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely.
A lot of us aren't eating fresh foods on a daily basis, y'all. Y'all know we eating fast foods,
whatever we can get,
and we don't know where that food is coming from, how it's prepared, or nothing.
The processing is not the same as what it used to be when we was kids. It's getting worse and worse.
They're putting antibiotics.
They doing everything.
It goes back to how they're growing it now.
Yeah, they're dyeing it. They're doing everything other than doing it the right way, because they've learned how to cut the corners and cut the costs and still profit and make money from us, and we continue to make them richer, while we're eating this poison. And then of course you go to the doctor and they say, oh, we found a mass. They say, oh, well, we found out that you have cancer.
So let me ask you, Juiccyyy, do you find that your audience for Fresh Blends is primarily health conscious people?
No, we have such a diverse menu that it attracts everybody. The young folks, they love, like when I do outside festivals, they love the frozen lemonades, they love the smoothies. We are better than a smoothie king because all of our ingredients are fresh. A lot of the big brands and the commercialized businesses, they go into doing things to make it easier to make the supplements for you. However, they're not using fresh kiwi. We're actually cutting fresh kiwi and putting fresh kiwi in your drinks. We're actually using fresh kale, not a kale juice or a concentrated juice. We're using fresh 100%, the freshest that we can get. We're utilizing that in your foods. You know what I'm saying? So over time, with consistency, you will actually feel and see the results of the products.
Now, say for instance, somebody wanted to get on a health journey. How can they shop with you on a regular basis so they can make Fresh Blends their lifestyle?
Okay, so Fresh Blends, we do all different types of things. We do meal prep, we do meal plans. And the meal plans, it'll come with not an observation, but a questionnaire that I will provide you with. And on that questionnaire, you'll tell me, like what time you get up, what time you usually go to sleep. So do you have medications? What do you like? What do you not like? What are you allergic to? And through that, I formalize a plan for you. And then I send it to you.
Custom plan.
Yeah, a custom plan that tells you from going forward, when you start, what you should be doing, what you should be eating. And I give you a variety of choices to eat, because people feel like when they start to diet, there's nothing to eat. But really, you have a very wide range of things to eat. And so I give you that information and I help you apply it to your life. I always recommend people to put it on their refrigerator and to put it on their phone. So, if you're at work and you're trying to figure out, oh man, what can I eat? It's not that say that you will never go get fast food, but when you go to get fast food, what are you getting? So let's say you're on lunch and you didn't bring your lunch today, so you want to find something that you can eat that's healthy. You could go to Wendy's and get a baked potato, a plain baked potato, and you could get your salt and your pepper, and you can do the little bit of butter. That's not going to hurt. A little bit of fat is still good for you. And maybe a side salad, and maybe you do like a vinaigrette or Italian dressing, you know what I'm saying? And eat that for lunch, and then you drink that with some water, what I'm saying? Or you may drink water prior to that to help fill your belly up, because a lot of times we need a hydration, and we mistake hydration for hunger. Absolutely. And so then the nighttime eats is a lot of times it's hydration.
I'm one of them.
Yeah, I am too. So sometimes at night I'll do things like I have peanuts or almonds, and I'll grab like a handful of that and eat that, and then drink some water, and I'll feel fulfilled. Because peanut butter or peanuts, they have a way of breaking down, and they make it a thickening into your gut, and so you feel more full than you would trying to just eat some junk. You know what I'm saying? That's high in sodium and so on and so forth. So overall, we have a variety of things, and if a person wants to get in contact with me, they can contact me by way of Instagram. We have a phone number that you can call or you can text, and we schedule a time to talk. And whether it be long distance or not, we do ship items as well. We do not currently have a website up. We are working on that. Unfortunately, we did have it and our pages were interrupted, so we had to start over. And that's okay, because a fresh start, it ain't hurting nobody. You know what I'm saying? Start fresh sometimes. It is only going to be better than what it was the first time. And so that's where we're at right now. But I'm here. I am not a licensed nurse. I am not a dietitian or any type of registered. I'm just a survivor that saved my own life. I just have a story to tell. And I'm very adamant about the power in us grouping up together and helping one another to help people overcome health battles, personal battles. And it's just a healing thing that it's a gift that God gave me, and I'm here to give it to the rest of the world the best way I can.
I think it's amazing what you're doing with Fresh Blends, because food is something that we need, and unfortunately, food has been used as a weapon against us.
Yes.
To put money in the greedy fast food corporations'
Absolutely.
pocket, as well as the food produce pocket. They hurry it up and putting all the whatever, all the stuff in the soil to make it grow fast so they can make more money, but it's not good for us. So I really love that you take the time.
Absolutely.
Okay, to make these fresh products for your clients, for your customers, and soon for me, because I'm on a health journey, honey.
Absolutely.
You know, I've been having a yo-yo diet, you know, a whole yo-yo weight my whole life, you know, and now we're hitting 40, you know. So, I mean, it's getting serious and getting harder to get off, honey. I be getting tired on that treadmill. Tired. So I don't have the endurance I used to really go in the gym and get that 10 pounds off, you know. So I got to put in what I got to put in what I eat, and I have to make that good for me, you know, so that I won't pick up those extra pounds, and that I'm fulfilling my nutrients in my body properly and not filling it with fat and all the things. So thank you so much, Juiccyyy, for that. You guys can tap in with Juiccyyy by DM, by Facebook, by messaging. I'm going to have all the information below to get in contact with Auntie Juiccyyy so you can get on her Fresh Blends program and set up a consultation with her so you can get your diet back in order.
And also, I do catering. I do catering for the military. Currently in Georgia, the whole state of Georgia.
Nice.
I have done catering for as little as 40 people, 10 people, 20 people, to as big as 10,000 meals in 8 days. So I'm capable of cooking for any event, baby showers, weddings. I do all different types of savory foods as well. You know, your homemade dressing and greens and baked macaroni and cheese and sweet potatoes, all fresh, all not out the box, fresh, all fresh ingredients done. And, you know, it's like I have 100% money back guarantee. If you don't like it, you don't pay for it.
And you're going to love it.
You know what I'm saying? But you're going to love it.
And
because
it's going to be good and good for you.
Yeah, I put that Nita Baker on in the background. You know what I mean? Cook that food.
You imagine Auntie Juiccyyy in your kitchen, feeding your guests. Get it in your life. Contact Auntie Juiccyyy. Now, I know that you just got finished having the premiere of your new movie that you started, Miss Actress, my actress friend over here. The movie by T. Miles, Him and Her. Tell me about that experience.
Wow. So, you know, I had to give big ups to my sis, Tamika. Tamika invited me and my sis, Boss Lady, to a poetry session in which we came out to, and at the poetry session, T. Miles was there, and so we were introduced to him, and he was like, hey, I got some roles that you guys will fit perfect for. And next thing we know, like, we had that conversation whenever we left, and like maybe like 2 weeks later, there was a date scheduled, and we were sent where to meet, and that we were starting to shoot, and what roles we were going to play, and the scripts, and so on and so forth. And it was just like, wow, like, this is happening. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even know this was going to happen, but it's happening. So yeah, God has been amazing. He has really touched a lot of people's hearts to open up to me, to give opportunity to me, and I'm grateful for that. And so I played the role of Detective S. Carter, and any role I play, I'm not going to play no games. So they had to tell me several times on the set, it's just for the movie. Oh, no. This is real talk. If I see you, no, I'm coming for you, Detective Carter. No, I'm just
she is an actress, even when she's not even trying to be one. It's coming out of her.
Yeah, so
I love it.
So yeah, definitely look forward to that. It should be out to the rest of the world, probably I'd say within the next 2 weeks or so. And definitely it'll be on my page, on our stories, letting you guys know where to find it, where to watch it. It is very juicy. So you do want to tap into it.
It was good.
Yeah, it's nothing like a good TV show where you get all your food and stuff together, and you sit back and you relax and be like, oh, I can't wait to watch this. You know what I'm saying? And so it's a lot of what do they call it? It's a lot of twists and turns, as you would say. It's going to keep you interested. You're not going to be able to predict it. It's just going to take you for a loop every time. But it has some inspirational messages inside the video as well. It is going to teach you as well as mold you and give you insight. It's very relatable. Everybody can relate to some of the things that are going on to this in this generation, this world that we live in now, the dating scene, how things are done, infidelity, on and on and on. I'm not going to give you too much juice.
Don't give it away, juice. Don't give it away.
I'm going to just tell you, you need to tap in. That's
Him and Her by T Miles.
T Miles Production,
Be looking out for S. Carter, Auntie Juiccyyy in there, honey. She is the law and she is laying it down. I love it. Juiccyyy, can you tell me, since you've been in Atlanta, what has it been like in the whole dating? What's that been like? Because for me, I'm like, where's Waldo, Alice in Wonderland? I don't know if I'm coming or going. What about you?
So, I'm big right now. Like, most of my life, I was in long-term relationships. I got married when I was 20. I was raised in the church. That was what was taught to me. But unfortunately, I got married young and didn't understand what it meant to sustain a marriage. You know what I'm saying? And so I went through more hell in relationships after my marriage than I actually did in my marriage. And so when I moved to Atlanta, I kind of just vowed to myself, like, after like maybe a year being here, that I was just going to be single and I was going to work on me. Because making sure that you're healed properly within yourself is going to be everything for you being able to be with someone else and helping them. Like, self-love, again, I'll reiterate, self-love is very, very important. You cannot love anybody else right until you get yourself together. And I'm saying we won't always have it together, but I'm saying mentally, spiritually, physically, keep yourself together. Don't let yourself fall apart from those 3 levels alone. Now, there's more, we got financially and all that too, but those things right there keep you a sound individual, and it's important for the dating scene that you're sound. And so in this current, I have friends. So people be quick, oh, you gonna put me in the friend zone. Well, I don't know you and you don't know me.
Stranger danger, so, is all I'm saying.
When you go on a job, they do an interview with you. Sometimes they do 2-3 interviews with you to get to know who they are. They also do a background check on you.
She is
and
preaching.
Then 90 days into the job, you're still not a permanent employee for them. Because in 90 days, that's the testing time to show, are you a valuable person or an asset or a liability to this company? And so for Juiccy's company, which is me, I am not going to settle for less. I am in a place where I am happy with myself. I can provide for myself. I'm building for myself. And I want to be the woman that be able to add what I have to what my man has. And we could put that together and make a masterpiece. And so I have friends, because you see, some friends will stay and they'll stick it out. And some friends will fall by the wayside. The ones who fall by the wayside are the ones you never needed anyway. People gonna come into your life for reasons and for seasons, and you gotta learn how to sort that out. If you don't give nobody standards on where they come and set in your life, people will come in your life and run all over you. And you have to take control of that. That's part of your self-love. Having standards, having things to let people know, hey, I don't deal with this. I don't like that. And I'm not saying I'm perfect. I definitely have made mistakes. But I definitely critique myself so that I can do better than what I did yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Your competition isn't with nobody else. It's with yourself daily so that you can do better than what you did yesterday. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. When you fall, get yourself up, brush yourself off, and go on. Yeah, sometimes heartbreak is hard to deal with. But guess what, sis? Cry about it. Let it out, because you're human. Wipe your tears, pick yourself up, and keep on moving forward. Ooh. Because if that person was necessary to be in your life, or he was going to really kill you, you wouldn't have woke back up. But if you wake back up, that was just something that you need to go to. We are broken to be built. Woo. So those relationships that you get into, whether it be family relationships, personal relationships, whatever, you cannot let them break you to the point that you stop being who you are. Right. Learn your purpose, understand who you are, and move in that. And so any man that wants to be in my life, we are going to be friends. And as we befriend one another, we will learn how to overcome obstacles, differences, whether it be religious beliefs, whether it be finances, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? Or how do you act when you're mad? How do you communicate when you're mad? You don't know until we go through these trials and errors, and then we learn how to overcome those obstacles together. And then we can say, are you a asset or a liability to my life? So right now, I'm single by choice. I'm glad to be single. I'm happy to be single. Could I be in a relationship right now? Absolutely. I mean,
These eyes work.
I choose to let it be known. And it don't matter about what a man come in the picture. He could be the richest man in the world. He still can't be my man right now because I still got to learn you, understand who you are, and what comes with you. You know what I'm saying? So it is literally, you have to get to know people. Yes. You can get with a rich man who is spiritually dead. Ooh. He might buy you all the gifts in the world. But he will probably tear you up mentally because he hasn't learned how to love himself properly. He hasn't healed, and hurt people. And so sometimes you're meant to be put in somebody's life, not to be sexual with them. That's why y'all got to be careful not to lay around with everybody. Because first of all, HIV is on the rise. It is very important that you take a few minutes out of your life, just like y'all go to them clubs and y'all take time to do everything else. Go to the health department. Get testing. Is free. You know what I'm saying? Because you need to know what you're doing with your body and if you're introducing what's in your body to somebody else. But you don't know that if you do not have records for yourself. And stay consistent with it. Did you know that you could have got HIV from the first person you ever slept with? Did you know that it could be dormant in your body and not showing active? Did you know that?
These are facts.
This is why you have to be careful and you have to know for yourself. And challenge your mate or whoever you choose to lay with. Challenge them to go with you. Make it a date. Make it a date. That's something serious. That could affect your life for the rest of your life. Just 5 minutes of joy. So I say to people all the time, after a nut, then what? Literally, because if all we can do is have sex together, there's no substance in that. There's no substance in it. We can't gain or build each other in different aspects of life, in our businesses and entrepreneurship or whatever it is that we have going on individually. We can't build each other. It is a lost cause and it's dead weight and you need to cut it.
Period.
So right now I'm single, happy to be single.
Yes.
And I just am enjoying life right now. This is probably the most I've ever actually went out to a club in my life. Now, I'm really kind of over the club scene, to be honest. I like more intimate settings, you know, jazz, outdoor features, barbecues with family, friends, game nights, stuff like that. I really, really love that stuff like that right now in my life. But because I am in Atlanta and it's part of my lifestyle, I do have to appear in quite a bit places and environments. And so I just make it suitable for whatever I need to do at the time. And I have a good time. And I love to dress. So that's always a go for me.
Okay. Auntie Juiccyyy, you just pretty much dropped science to our listeners, our viewers who are probably in a period where they think that dating is
dead.
They think it's dead. They say it's piss in the pool, and they tired. They tired, and a lot of times it's, you hit the nail on the head. A lot of times it's because they don't have self-love for themselves.
Yeah, and the women, I know that it may be hard for you to understand this, but date them all. Why? Because if you don't date, that don't mean sleep with them. You can go out to eat with somebody and take your butt home and just have had a great night. You do not have to lay with everybody that you go on a date with. Okay? Yeah, we're human beings and we're realistic. I get it, but you don't have to do that. Allow a person time. Because some people, like I said, will fall by the wayside. So women, date them. If you want to go with John on Monday and you want to go with Bill on Wednesday, it's fine. You're not breaking any laws. You're not doing anything wrong. What you do wrong is when you get with John, you stick with John. And John is still dating everybody else too. And then you wonder why John's not giving you time. He's not returning your phone calls. He's not responding to your texts. Well, John's busy because John is dating as he should as a single person. Single people date people. Okay, when you become in a committed relationship, at the point that you and another person decide that together, that's at the point. A lot of these women and men probably, what you're doing is you get with somebody and then you automatically say this is what you want without that person telling you that's what they're ready for. And instead of being friends with them, you automatically feel like that's your person. And then y'all haven't made no type of communication to say what you're in together. And there's not a mutual understanding. And so one party is doing whatever they want to do. There's no organicness in that. You didn't take the time to get to know each other. You didn't take the time to see the flaws in a person because you got to find out. Everybody got flaws. Ain't none of us perfect. And so you have to find somebody that's worth you dealing with their flaws or helping you being able to help them overcome theirs while they do the same for you in return. It takes time. So just date, have fun, make sure you keep your body clean. Make you stay focused and communicate. Communication creates understanding. Lack of communication causes confusion. So tell a person what you want. That's it.
You got some signs for them, Auntie Juiccyyy. You guys tap in with Auntie Juiccyyy for advice, honey. Because she got it here for you. She done been there, done that. And that's what she here for. To give you the advice and to give you some nutrients to get your life together. Fresh blends, honey.
Absolutely.
So what's next for you, Auntie Juiccyyy?
I don't know. You know, I wake up and it just be like the phone is ringing and the emails is going, and so I am just literally continuing to build fresh blends. I hope soon to have my own food truck.
Nice.
Where I can pull up around the city and provide different types of vittles, fresh and savory for people. I'm definitely open to do events. So if you have events coming up and you need vendors, I'm definitely open for that as well. If you need catering, I'm open for that as well. I do work for the government in the essence of I do contracts for the military. So that is a big part of my job right now. I am also a licensed beautician, so I hope to get back into the salon. I've been doing hair for about 20-something years. If you notice, I switch my hair every other day.
And slay.
Yeah. And so that's probably why you see a lot of that, because I do it most of the time on me. But yeah, I had the opportunity to, as I grow out here, giving other beauticians opportunity to kind of give me a chance to relax and to highlight them. Shout out to Drip by Dre for this current hair situation.
Loving the blondes. Blondes have more fun.
You know, he did the color and everything. So y'all can go follow him on Instagram, Drip by Dre. He got your auntie looking real good. Real good.
Good.
Yes. But yeah, so y'all follow me on Instagram, Auntie Juiccyyy. That's AUNTIEJUI, 2 C's, 4 Y's. You won't be sorry. You can DM me, ask me any questions. If I have the information for you, I will give it to you. And if I don't, I will definitely try to give you a resolution on where you can find it.
I know that's right. Thank you, Auntie Juiccyyy, for coming on today and educating our viewers here and introducing them to you and all that you do.
Yes.
You guys follow Auntie Juiccyyy on Instagram, Facebook, and wherever you can find her. You won't be sorry, just like she said, because guess what? She is going to entertain you on the screen. She is going to nourish your body, and she is going to educate your mind. That is Auntie Juiccyyy, Miss Deshana Mims.
Yes.
Thank you so much, guys, for watching this episode of Elite ATL Live. I'm MzzWaters, and I'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.